So there could be a little bit of good news in terms of the AFL response. Hello and welcome to this video. You could like, share and subscribe to the channel, much appreciate it. Liking helps the algorithm, sharing gets in front of people's faces, and subscribing lets me know you like the channel. Hit that notification bell so you know when videos go live. So at the time of recording this, wages have still not been paid. Chansiri, you are messing with people's livelihood. You're messing with people's situation. This is it. Very, very simple. You pay people on time, and if you don't have the money, you like. If I don't have the money for something, there's a very serious bill. I either look at selling something, or I look at making sure I've got the funds in reserve, just in case I have a emergency rainy day fund. Ironically, very rainy today. So we are in danger of breaking the EFL 30-day rule, which we know what that could mean. It's anyone from a period for 12 months across July 1st to June 30th each year. The club filed that in the HMR tax payment deadline last October, and then March default, and this could probably really put us in the thing of having an embargo, which will be non-payment of players. We know what this is. We read about this yesterday. We talked about the professional standards. So now the star, Joe Cran and Alex Miller, their phones must be absolutely battered and dead with how many phone calls they've had to make. I think Joe said he's done about 40 the last couple yesterday and the last couple of days. Here's the thing. They didn't sign up to find out what the rules and regs would be. So we know about the 30-day rule breach is not classed as an embargo. Instead, it goes down as a transfer fee restriction. So that basically means once wages have been paid, a club's embargo will be removed. They will only be limited on fees and not the number of signings. So you can, of course, be both under an embargo and a fee restriction, but that would only be a case if they continue not to pay the staff. At which point further issues raised as such a potential walkout. Have we seen some people have looked at in the past? There's been stuff in the past where it could happen. Previously, that staff and club had a letter on Monday apologising for the continued delay, stating that the issue is yet to be resolved and that payment will be made as soon as funds are received. When they are still not on any embargo reporting services until that changes, this is where it is. And again, people are still struggling to get their wages, like completely struggling to get their wages. People are still not being paid. And this is something that shouldn't be a thing. This shouldn't be a thing for people who are working at Sheffield Wednesday Football Club. There are some very good, lovely people at our club who will do so much for this club and probably do things that most other jobs probably wouldn't go in as deep as they are doing. They're doing it because they love the club. Some of them are Wednesday fans as well, so for them it's a little bit of a privilege to work for Wednesday. But here's the thing. All this does, it makes things 10 times worse. It makes things so much harder for anyone to come in as a player, so to come in and look at how things go. And it's just getting ridiculous. We know on Wednesday night that it's going to be a Florida-based consortium speaking to BBC Radio Sheffield on Football Heaven between 6 and 7. So it'll be good to hear what they say, what they reckon the situation is, why he's not accepted, if DC's turn around and say how much he does actually want for the club. We're starting to get more of the consortiums come out and say, we're starting to get the consortium wanting to do media things and speak to people and make sure they can say, this is who we are, this is what we're going to do, blah, 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 in terms of stuff, which is good in one sense because it starts giving you ideas. But just to sum up on this, Sheffield Wednesday could have it that we could potentially have it that we are a transfer fee restriction. So the club embargo will be removed, and they were only limited on fees. So basically, free agents only, and no loan fees. That's what it could be as well. But yeah, we'll see what happens next. At the end of the day, this is where we're at the minute. It's a fucking mess. I won't lie. It's an absolute mess. And it's one that I don't see us getting any clarity from the club, because if you hadn't been paid, would you be turning up to go to work? Would you be doing stuff? One of the things I want to mention is, like, with people saying there's been no statement, all the war with the house in the park thing. Yeah, if I'm a member of staff and I have not been paid, I'm not doing. You're saying write this statement up. So pay me what I'm worth, what I'm owed, and then I'll write your statement up. I think there's a lot of staff at the minute who are in that situation going, what happened yet? And they're waiting for clarity as well. Well, the players will probably be talking to agents and going, hey, I've not been paid again. This happened in March. Is there technically a clause in our contract that we can just walk? Danny will be probably doing the same as well. We've got coaching staff who are out of contract at the end of this month. We'll probably be going, do I actually want to be here if I'm not going to get paid? Is that something I want to keep doing? It is completely a mess, and it's down to one person. And we all know who that person is, Mr. Chansiri. You need to sell. You need to sell. You obviously don't have the funds to run this football club anymore. If you did, we wouldn't be in this situation like this twice in the space of 3 months. It's very clear you are running out of funds and money and time. Please, if you have this whole thing where you say, the club's in my heart, you will be sitting down and finding people to talk to about a potential takeover at the early convenience. Even if you have to take a massive loss and then have to figure out how to recoup it back. At the end of the day, no one knows your personal finances, the club finances. We know that each end of each year, it's been, the chairman said, we'll be the only one funding the club for the next 12 months, kind of thing at the end in the accounts. We are in a big mess, and it needs to be sorted as soon as humanly possible. I don't know how soon you're going to get it done by, but there's obviously issues everywhere, and you need to get it sorted. You need to get it sorted, and then you need to start thinking about where you go forward with this, aka putting the club up for sale, because you obviously don't have the funds to run a football club. So that's where we're at. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.